All good, Mr. Blight. Love your face. Thank you for lurking. Game is standalone? Interesting. Maybe I should check out that game too then.
So sorry, Ota. Date told me to be the bad cop.
I did not.
Temper, temper.
Whatever. Anyway, Ota, I have some things I want to ask you. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Let me get right down to it. Your mother, Mayumi Matsushita, was at the warehouse, wasn't she?
What are you talking about?
Was she there?
Why would she be? That happened at 3 a.m. She was at home asleep.
Then why did we find evidence at the crime scene?
Evidence?
Sure, it might not prove she was there, but it makes it likely. The evidence is...
Todoroki Man chocolate. This was discovered in the corner of the warehouse.
Yep.
Mayumi Matsushita's fingerprints were found on the package. Mayumi purchased the chocolate yesterday at 10:33 p.m. The purchase was made at an 812 convenience store. The store was located approximately 100 yards from the Famisto where Ota stole the station wagon.
I'm assuming this is it. It's that or the knife. I took it out of my pocket and showed him.
The Todoroki Man chocolate.
the same one I showed you at the hospital. I found it in the corner of the cold storage warehouse.
So? That doesn't prove anything.
Mayumi's fingerprints were on the package.
What?
You have a bad poker face, Ota. Your reaction tells me Mayumi didn't give this to you and you dropped it on your own.
That information is confirmed. Ota's fingerprints were not found on the package.
Mom isn't the killer!
I didn't say that she was. I'm saying that she was at the scene. And so were you.
Wait a minute. Why do you think Mayumi isn't the killer, Ota?
Because I was face to face with that polar bear when we fought. I could tell it wasn't my mom even through the costume. And no matter what happened, there's no way that my mom would stab me.
Why are you covering for her?
Covering?
That's why you're lying to me, right?
I'm not.
Are you sure about that? You must have seen direct evidence of Mayumi being at the warehouse, but you're hiding that from us. Or maybe even you're starting to suspect her.
I am not.
Sure.
What are you accusing me of anyway? What do you think I'm hiding?
You saw the knife.
The polar bear dropped the weapon in Ota's somnium. It was the floral pattern kitchen knife. On the handle were the words, "Mom, I love you always."
Yes.
Date. From this, we can conclude that the knife...
Dude, Oda is so annoying. Like, every time we talk to him, he's always hiding something or lying and stuff. Like, seriously. We can't get like a straight answer out of him, ever. The game came first, Steins Gate? Really tactical. If I can text a microwave, it's a game worth playing. You can text a micro... Oh, dude, I have to play this. Playing too hard to be a hero? Yeah, probably. It's probably what his problem is. We got to play this. I would love to play like a whole bunch of these. Like, I want to play Doki Doki. I want to play Steins Gate at some point. Obviously the Zero Escape series and Danganronpa series, because these are, I heard, are really, really good. And I would love to play the Phoenix Wright also.
I know. The kitchen knife with a floral pattern.
Whenever we play Doki Doki, we're going to be playing Doki Literature Club Plus, which is like a newer, updated version of the game with slightly better graphics and more story. It got released on consoles and I think on Steam too. So whenever we do that, we're going to be playing, that's the one we're going to be playing.
Mom, I love you always is carved on the handle.
Yes. I'm debating buying the special edition with the little stands with the characters. Like the physical edition. The thing is, it's $40, and like digital, I can get the same game without these bonuses for like 15. So like, I don't know if I should like get the special edition to get those, or like if I'm going to be traumatized afterwards and I won't want to look at the characters again, you know? Like, I don't want to get like a whole bunch of like little stand-ins for characters that I just don't like the characters. Plus has prevented you from getting the secret ending the cheat way. Oh, there was like a way to cheat the game to get the secret ending? Well then great, then I'll get it the regular way.
Ota gave me that knife for Mother's Day when he was in elementary school. He knows how much I love flowery designs.
You were stabbed by that very same knife.
How do you know that? The criminal ran away with the knife. No one was supposed to see it.
I knew it.
No, my mom didn't do it.
Then why did you not mention the kitchen knife earlier?
Because I know how it looks. I thought Mom would get accused, and then she would have been brought in here and interrogated. I didn't want to put her through that. And Mom never liked Tessa. So maybe, just maybe, Mom hired someone to kill Tessa, and she gave them that kitchen knife. I don't know. I thought of it that way.
Bro, she was there.
Like that would ever happen. I know it sounds crazy, but after I saw that knife, I just lost it.
I don't believe that for dude, it was her.
Please, you have to believe me.
In that branch, it's her, guaranteed.
Mom isn't a serial killer.
Yeah, I agree.
You do?
I do. I don't think it's possible for Mayumi to have kidnapped Iris, because...
Certain equipment for sure.
A video camera and laptop were discovered in the warehouse.
There's no way she set that up. There's no way she was able to do that.
Either could have been left by the criminal, but determining the owner through purchase history will be difficult. No fingerprints were picked up either. Okiura Fishery is a company owned by Mizuki's grandfather. However, the management team changed 17 years ago. It currently has no connections to the Okiura family, and allegedly, Mizuki's grandfather was raised by dolphins.
Yeah. So okay, so the only other evidence would be two cars.
Two cars were parked in front of the warehouse. One was the van owned by the Matsushita family. Ota's fingerprints were detected on the driver's seat and steering wheel. Iris's fingerprints were detected on the passenger seat. The other car was a station wagon. Yesterday at 10:33 p.m., Ota stole this station wagon. It was parked at the Famisto along Koshu Highway. Ota explained his reasoning for stealing the car. He claims that while he was inside the Famisto, someone took off with the van, with Iris still inside. Ota decided to steal the station wagon parked nearby to give pursuit. Ota searched for the van in his stolen vehicle. Our investigation determined that Iris and the van were taken 1 minute before Ota stole the station wagon. This puts the incident occurring at 10:32 p.m.
So it's gonna be these two items. What? Oh, the chocolate again. She bought it this very specific time, which makes no sense probably. She bought it like a minute after the thing was stolen. That's it.
The Matsushita's van was stolen from the parking lot of the Famisto while Iris was in the car.
Like raised by dolphins? This entire game is so weird tactical. It's crazy weird. Like, we actually had this conversation before with she said that her grandfather was raised by dolphins. And we're like, yeah, that just can't, that's not a thing, that's impossible. But then Mizuki is crazy strong. Like she's way too strong for like a normal person. So it really feels like maybe there's like a part of truth to this. Like maybe your grandfather is like really like kind of like a super being that was somehow like raised by dolphins or something. And then like, I don't know, it's really weird. Like she's way too strong.
That was yesterday, 10:32 p.m. 1 minute later at the 812, which was about 100 yards away, Mayumi bought the Odoroki man chocolate. She entered the 812 about a minute earlier. This was all caught on security cameras at the store. That means it's impossible that Mayumi could have taken the van. And that means that Mayumi being the polar bear is also next to impossible.
Phew.
However, I can't completely clear her.
What?
You said it yourself. She could have hired someone to commit the crime.
But that was...
In any case, I need to hear from Mayumi herself. I need to hear her explain the chocolate, the knife. There's a lot to cover. I'm gonna head to Matsushita Diner.
What? Hey, wait a minute!
Don't worry. I'm not going there to arrest her. I'm going there to clear her of suspicion.
Really?
Yes.
You won't arrest her?
Your mother wouldn't kill anyone. Right, Ota?
Thank you, Date.
Yeah, but like she's got dementia. She's not gonna remember anything. Dolphins tried to raise human kid, failed to understand human kid needs to breathe continuously. Human kid drowns. Exactly. Yeah, she's got dementia. There's no way.
Sorry for the late night, Miss Matsushita, but I have some questions I need to ask you. Could you spare some time?
I finally remembered about the warehouse.
Oh, she did.
I did it. I did everything.
What? What? She did not. She's saying that to like
I
cover
didn't
for
do
her son
this
or
last
something.
night because I wanted to give you a chance to calm down. How are you, now that you've slept on it?
What are you talking about?
I'll be honest, I don't think you're the killer. You're giving us a false confession.
No, it's true. I kidnapped that witch. I took her to the warehouse and...
Put her on the table and pulled her eyeball out?
Yes,
And the polar bear costume?
I bought it through mail order.
And you were the one wearing it?
Yes, that's right.
Date, the criminal has confessed. Arrest her immediately.
You got to the top of Abyss acting like that?
I heard that she used to be an actress.
Sounds about right.
That sounds about right. True. Why did you kidnap Iris?
My son is under that witch's spell. Merchandise, concerts. She's bleeding him dry. I wanted to snap him out of it. I wanted to save him.
You wouldn't kill a thing. Yeah, why did you take out her eye?
Because I just hated her so much.
That's too specific.
Killing her wasn't enough.
Really, Jack? Okay. Oh, that's kind of dark. Why did you want to stream it online?
Because the world needs to see that witch die.
Just a quick question, Mayumi. Do you know anything about online streaming?
I'm not stupid. I might be old, but...
Could you explain it to me?
Huh?
Step by step. Just tell me what you did.
I can't explain it in words. It's more like muscle memory. I was able to get it working after trying a few times, that's all.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, she's covering for Oda because she thinks we're gonna arrest Oda otherwise. Yeah. Where'd you get the camera and laptop?
I picked them out of the garbage.
Right.
Which garbage?
I don't remember. It's true. I planned the whole thing.
Were you the one who stabbed Ota?
Well,
You were in the polar bear costume, right? That means you stabbed him.
yes. I stabbed him
Sure.
with the knife I brought from home. I wasn't trying to hurt him. He fought me, and then it just...
Okay, and the other killings.
What do you know about the Cyclops killer? We call the criminal we're after the new Cyclops killer.
I know. They killed Shoko Nadami and Renju Okiura.
That's right. Both corpses were found with their left eye pulled out. Same as Iris. This leads us to believe that the crimes were all committed by the same person. So this person in the polar bear costume, they are the new Cyclops killer. And you're telling me that person is you? You killed Shoko and Renju?
Yes, I killed them.
Okay, explain how. Explain to me how you killed them. I want to know. When and how did you kill her?
Well, I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't remember? Do you really think that lie is gonna work?
I have a memory disorder. I don't always remember everything. It's not my fault.
But you remember the cold storage warehouse.
There are times I remember and times I don't remember. It changes.
Date, Mayumi is not lying about that in particular. There are circumstances that might cause selective memory. For whatever reason, her memory might not have been stored properly in her mind.
Okay.
This is not uncharacteristic for those suffering from dementia.
What's your motive? Yeah, dementia's an excuse now, you're right.
Isn't Renju Okiura the president of that awful company where the witch works? He's just as responsible, using her to steal time and money from vulnerable kids. And I'm sure he was debaucherous and degenerate. That man is the root of all evil.
Sure.
That's why I killed him.
Okay, what about his wife?
Renju's ex-wife, right? I did it to get to him.
But the two divorced 4 years ago.
That doesn't matter. The bonds of matrimony are eternal.
Okay.
In your opinion, I don't think Renju felt the same way.
You are really starting to aggravate me.
Okay, well then kill me, Mayumi.
I answered your questions, so there.
Why are you lying?
I am not lying.
You do know that perjury is a crime, right?
I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I killed Shoko and Renju, and I tried to cut that demon witch in half.
Date, there's no point in letting this go on. She's clearly lying.
You seemed convinced earlier.
I was kidding. I don't think she's the killer.
I am the killer. I am.
Right now, we have to rely on hard evidence. The Odoroki Man chocolate that Mayumi bought was found at the warehouse.
If Mayumi was at the scene before Ota,
She may have seen the criminal's face.
You know what I'm going to say, right?
Oh no, we're going into our mind?
Date, sync with her.
Oh, Jack, that could be why she was protecting him.
Computer, we're going to sync with Mayumi Matsushita. Prepare the machine.
What happened?
The sync machine isn't operating to capacity. Yesterday's sync, well, suffice to say, Ota and Date were not too compatible.
Compatible?
I'll give you the big picture. To get the synchronization working properly, I had to push the machine pretty hard. And now, it's not responding.
We broke the machine?
How long will it take to fix?
16 hours, at least.
You've got 8.
But that's impossible.
So we can't sink yet, huh?
But we need to, or this investigation is going nowhere.
Date, I suggest we go to Matsushita Diner. We may be able to find some clues.
Good idea.
I let Boss and Pewter know.
Pewter, we're counting on you for those repairs. I'll be back in 6 hours.
But you said 8. Please, you have to give me at least 8.
That Pewter, always so humble. He'll have it done in 6.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Pewter is just that kind of guy, you know?
Hey, this is a hostile work environment.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know what happens with that, Tactical. I had the same questioning before. Like, we just keep putting people into sync, and it seems like they're always agreeing
Why would
to it.
Mayumi lie?
So it'd probably be that, like, they're not agreeing with it and that we're drugging them or something?
She is probably protecting someone.
Oh no, they explained it in one of the branches. When they go in for questioning, they have to sign a form. And that, like in the fine print, it says that we have a right to like put them in the sync machine. I think Date like replied that to someone because they were objecting to it after the fact, and we were like, "Well, you signed the form." That sounds problematic. What a weird typo.
But who?
Surely you know by now. There is only one person Mayumi would want to protect that badly.
Ota, yeah. I mean, it's Ota. We know it's Ota.
It's Ota.
It has to be.
Does Mayumi think Ota is the killer?
Last night, Ota left Matsushita Diner with Iris. Mayumi saw the whole thing.
But Ota was stabbed in the stomach by the culprit. Does Mayumi not remember that?
No, that isn't quite it.
Maybe she stabbed Ota to stop him from.
It is possible that she thinks Ota is responsible for everything.
She thinks Ota stabbed himself?
Oh, or that too,
Yes.
Why would he do that?
Before I explain, I would like to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the possibility that Ota is the new Cyclops killer?
Impossible.
Why?
Yeah. Hold on, I wanna check something. Sometimes like he says something with the glove box. Okay. The van sono il famisto.
The van was stolen while Iris was in the passenger seat. We know that whoever did it is the culprit we're looking for.
There is a chance that Iris was not in the passenger seat. She could have been driving.
We didn't find her prints there.
How so?
Iris could have taken the wheel herself and driven to the warehouse.
But forensics only found Ota's fingerprints on the wheel.
That can be explained. It is possible that Iris covered her fingertips with her sleeves.
Man, that would have like taken so much preparation. I find that super far-fetched. Iris had the eye taken out.
Iris had her left eye pulled out. Ota would never do that.
Have you considered that she pulled it out herself?
What?
What?
Or even asked Ota to do it? Perhaps she ordered him to.
Nah. In yesterday's Somnium, Ota and the polar bear.
In yesterday's Somnium, Ota and the polar bear.
That was just a dream. It doesn't necessarily reflect what happened in reality.
True, but like, that's too far-fetched, man.
In short, Ota and Iris are accomplices. This was all a performance.
Oh, so they're both the new killer. And they were doing this all charade to make it seem like they were victims too. That way it would throw the police off the scent. That actually makes sense. I would believe that they would be both the killer.
A performance?
Iris drove the Matsushita's van. Ota drove the station wagon. They went to the warehouse separately. Then, they prepared the live stream. Iris anesthetized her left eye and removed it. Either that, or she asked Ota to extract it. After that, Iris took her position on the table, and Ota donned the polar bear costume and started the saw. Consider this. In the stream, Ota and the polar bear were never on screen at the same time.
True.
True. That means Ota went off camera, took off the costume, and then...
Stay away from Tessa!
Perhaps Mayumi witnessed the entire event. It is also possible that Mayumi knew what the two were up to.
So she lied to protect Ota.
Yes, but this is only a theory.
It's our original theory too, because that's what we thought originally. When this situation happened, that was my theory too, because like it looked like he was acting out instead of like actually doing something. Like it sounded like super fake. But then we went a different branch, and like it ended up being somebody very, very specific inside